everybody, it's me, Madame Macabre. So it's been a while since I posted that Storytime episode, and I thought it was about time for me to share another story of some of the crazy shenanigans me and my friends have gotten up to. But before I do that, I've got another little story to break into regarding my intro with me and my pronunciation of the word macabre. So I've gotten a lot of comments with people being confused because this is one of those words that has quite a few pronunciations and a lot of people will fight over how to pronounce it. The two that I know for certain are correct pronunciations, at least in the English language, are macabre and macabre. So basically the thing behind that is the word macabre. It is French in origin, and the original pronunciation has this thing. The R-E at the end is actually something that's called a uvular fricative, which essentially, long story short, is a throaty noise that we don't use in the English language. And you know how our early settlers were and all that, and if we couldn't do something, we would change it. So, because they couldn't make the sound, they would either opt to, one, drop it altogether, thus giving you macabre, or they would just take the noise and harden it into the hard er. So you'd have macabre or macabre. Neither one is actually the correct way to pronounce it, but it's what we use. So I think it's something more along the lines of like macabre, like it's a throaty noise. I don't know, I'm not very good at doing it because I didn't grow up doing it, but it's a sound that we don't use. So essentially, you guys can stop fighting amongst yourselves because it is, both ways are correct. Both ways are acceptable in dictionaries and whatnot. So nobody's saying it wrong, it's just personal preference on my part, and if you call me Madame Macabre, it's not gonna upset me because technically that is a correct pronunciation. So now that that issue is out of the way, we can move on to the fun part. So today's story is actually going to be of some mischief me and my friend Des got into probably, I think this was maybe a year and a half, a little bit over a year ago. I think it was last summer, I believe, that this happened, so not too terribly long ago. But essentially, we got this wild hair that we decided we wanted to mess around with some theatrical makeup. She had wanted to do a Jeff the Killer cosplay, and she got all the stuff together for it and was really excited to try it out. And she wanted to go out in the woods and take some pictures with it. But she didn't want to go alone because she's like, I'm not gonna dress up all crazy and go out into the woods, you know, being the only one looking like this way. You gotta dress up too. So we're like, okay, what the heck? And I did this like really dumb makeup for a femme masky, but it was all for fun. And we did essentially, we went out to the woods, to this park out in Spanaway, and we took a bunch of pictures. It was fun. It was, mind you, this point in time, it was probably like late in the afternoon when we went. The sun was setting, but we were like, hey, it's fine, it's fine. We actually do a lot of shenanigans when it gets later. I don't know, I think it's fun to run around at night. That's one of the reasons I'm actually moving from my current location, because I'm kind of in a more suburby area, and I really crave nightlife. I am practically nocturnal. I love to do stuff at night. And the best that we could do in our hometown was just run around and go to parks and stuff at night. And mind you, it's such a safe area that we would be at the park and the cops would drive by and shine the flashlight on us, see us out there and be like, oh, and just drive on by. They don't even care. But I'm derailing my story here. So we went out and we took all our pictures, and nothing crazy happened other than us being crazy out in the woods. And we packed up our stuff, got back in the car, but we weren't ready to go home yet. And we wanted to try and find something else we could do to not waste the makeup, because we got it done so late in the day. We're like, oh, we just got it done. We don't want to take it off immediately. So our genius idea was to go to another park locally that is actually, it's nearby the high school that we went to. So we go there because there's a swing set, and we are giant children. And I still, to this day, if I see a swing set that is unoccupied by children, I will take that seat for myself and I will swing. But I digress. We were swinging around for a while, and then we decided, hey, let's go for a walk, because we're totally intelligent. We're walking there. It's like a paved trail that goes through a forested area. And, normally we bring her dog. She's got a big husky wolf mix, so normally, we're all fine and good. We don't have to worry. This is a big dog. But we didn't have the dog with us that night. However, we had Jeff the Killer and Masky makeup on, and we're dressed, terrifying. So we're like, usually when you go walking at night in the park and stuff, and in the woods, you're afraid of running into the crazies. Well, that night, we were the crazies that you don't want to run into. So we thought, oh, it's fine. If someone sees us, they're gonna crap their pants and run away. We look horrifying. So we went for a walk around the woods. It was great about maybe halfway through the forest trail. And then we heard this really weird noise coming from somewhere down ahead in front of the trail in front of us. And then we saw what looked like a light moving really fast towards us, and we were freaking out because we didn't know what the hell it was. So we backed way off on the forest trail, and we just kind of stood to the side, and we're like, what the hell do we do? And then it came into view. It was a golf cart, and there were some high schoolers that were just driving the golf cart and dragging one of their friends on a rope behind them who was on a skateboard. These probably 16 or 17-year-olds buzzing along, and we just stand to the side, and they don't see us real quick. They, at first they don't see us, and then the guy on the skateboard turns, and he makes eye contact with us, and then his reaction is to turn oh crap! Oh my god! Do you guys see that? But they were already buzzing. The person driving the golf cart didn't react in time, so they buzzed a good way down the trail by the time they came to a screeching halt. And by then, me and Des booked the hell down the trail, so we were out of sight. And then we dove back into the trees and the bushes, and we just hid and we watched. And we saw the golf cart came buzzing back, and they were just looking around, shining their flashlights, trying to catch another glimpse. And we just hid there, all silent, until they were gone. And then we continued down the trail again, and we figured they're probably gonna come back again. It's Wednesday. It's August. We haven't really got anything better to do. Let's mess with these kids. So, we went down a little further along the trail, and we got pushed back into the brush a little bit, but not as far as we had been last time. We specifically wanted to be close enough to be seen at the last moment. So we waited for them to buzz by, and we could hear it coming and see the light growing, and by this time you could hear them. They were talking they were all freaked out. They were all, oh my god, bro. And they were just buzzing by. And we were waiting until they were slightly past us. And then they buzzed by, and then we stepped out on the road and looked at them, and they're just oh my god! And at that point, we take off, booking it, completely just running as fast as we can. We can hear them turning around behind us, trying to buzz, but we were just gone. And mind you, it is pitch dark out there. We were just running with our night vision alone, just booking it, and then we just crawl deep into the bushes, and we lay down. We got filthy. It was horrible, but it was also great. So we lay down in the bushes, and they come running by, just looking everywhere, trying to find us. Sounded so freaked out, and I was trying not to laugh. It was so hard. So they're freaking out, and they decide to go down and look that way. So we're like, okay, we're 3/4 of the trail this way. So we wait for them to get out of earshot, and then we just kind of book it and move silently back towards the parking lot. We're gonna move our way over to my car. Then we just get in and we take off. We were debating screaming or something to freak them out before we left. We were like, no, we'll just leave them with the what the hell was that knowledge. And then so we took off, and let me tell you, we got into that car and we were cackling. It was horrible. Oh my god. Oh man. I wish I could have recorded it, but all I had to record with at the time was my old phone, which had terrible night vision pickup, so we couldn't really have gotten anything anyway. But long story short, I really do hope that those high schoolers knew about Jeff the Killer, because I'm thinking it'd be kind of great if we were single-handedly responsible for starting up an urban legend or something in our local high school. That would be a wonderful legacy. And if they were to see this video, I can only imagine. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed that little story, and I'll share more with you as I think of more things. They'll come to me randomly, but that was just the first one that came to my mind because I actually saw Des the other night and we were reminiscing on our shenanigans. But yeah, I hope you guys thought it was a funny story. If you want more, just let me know. I've got lots of really dumb stories, things, not all of them have to be creepy, scary stuff related. I've just got dumb stories from my life I can share in general. Alright, well, I will see you guys later. That's all for now. Bye-bye!